Hello, greetings, and salutations and all that stuff. Sorry for the late start. You know how it is, you got stuff to do and it runs longer. Plus, I've been getting over a little con crud. And for those of you who don't know, con crud is when you go to a con and you come in contact with several people that may or may not be in the best sorts of health, and you come back with something. So, it's kind of gnawing at me in the back of my throat. I got plenty of mentholyptus and water, so I'll get through it. Okay, so 100-day challenge, working on my comic. So far the weekends haven't been working out too well, but I guess that's to be expected with doing conventions. However, I'm trying to be pretty consistent, at least Monday through Friday. So we are working on episode 3 and getting a little bit more done. I've got some work to do here. I changed this pose because as I was looking at the original one, he was kind of, his head was down here and more of his body was here. Wasn't as interesting, wasn't as dynamic, and I wanted to kind of keep things coming forward, so I changed up the pose a little bit. And I think this will make more sense with Chet here walking up to him, and then when we get into the next sequences here, that's that same sequence. He's bending over him, looking at him, trying to see what he is, and then he wakes up, and then boom. So, like this is all coming along, and then I think, yeah, this will be the end of episode 3 with this kind of like the T-Rex moment in Jurassic Park, where the eye opens up and it focuses. Anyway, so there's some more here that I want to do. You can see I kind of did some light construction lines with that, but I gotta get his chest piece. That looks right. See his underwear and his leg, and he got his other boot, shin. Okay, and some rubble and rocks and stuff. This be his tongue sticking out. Doesn't really look too good. Oh, traditional animation. I'd want to do the whole rotoscoping like the old He-Man cartoons and Justice League. That's what I would go for. Why, you talking to somebody? Alright, so that's pretty good. Maybe a little more drawing on these fingers. Nice square Kirby-esque fingers. Okay, so I'm going to tone this down a little bit. I can go over and do the inking now. Yeah, you know what? I'd be down. I mean, Flash isn't really CG. It's kind of like in the middle. Of course, is it good Flash animation or bad Flash animation? I've done a lot of work with Toon Boom, which the grown-up version is called Harmony. That's what they make The Simpsons in and all, and a bunch of other mainstream cartoons. So it's not hard to do animation. It's just time-consuming. Nice big strong line there. Ugh. I hate con crud. What I need to find is I need to find somebody who can do digital music, because I've got the theme song roaring around in my head. I got no way of getting it out. Yeah, FL Studio. Might try playing around with that, but I need like a somebody who knows what they're doing. Basically, I kind of want starts out with a simple jungle drum, like dun, 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 kind of like very native sounding drum, low bass, and then you hear like a trombone type come in with dun dun dun, and then various playings off of that, and then maybe some electric guitar can come in, and but mainly I want to get that kind of that drumming noise and that horn coming in like dun dun dun. I think those types of sounds would really communicate what I'm going for with that. All right, let's see. Is built. loincloth. That is. Most of the chest muscles. And the boot. Send me do a friend thing and see what he says. Yeah, he's going to be a little bit scuffed up and dinged from the ground. Hide my art. So yeah, this is doing much better than the initial one. It's more dynamic. It's more coming out. Plus, better to have his head nice and large on this canvas than like his feet and shins was, because that just kind of looked weird anyway. Some definition on the tongue. Definitely going to have some slobber issues. Clean that up a little bit. I was going to have a big old rock, so I guess I'll do another one here. Yeah, that's a good scene. So we're starting here. Talking. Yeah, we gotta... Since I changed his direction here, this is gonna look a little bit different. See what we can do now. I need to do... Let's see. See what we can do with this instrument panel. Okay, I'm going to go to symmetrical ruler, and we're going to draw a symmetrical ruler there. And I'm going to use the old one as kind of a reference. What I want to do. That's better. And let's see. Some hinges. Another little meter doing something down here. I'll have to come up with some sort of weird layout or something for that. Let's divide that up. And I'm going to turn off symmetry and do like, I guess there'd be some sort of little switches down here. Another nondescript knob. Alright, so basically this panel is this right here. So however I do that, we'll go here. So I would do rabbit. Then we're going to do a free transform on it and then just kind of line up. I want to line up my transform with the lines that I've already got going on here for this. There we go. I won't need to put in quite as much detail as I did for the larger part. And then there's the hinge. The chair I'm using comes from IKEA. As far as I know, it's not rated for anything, but it's their nicest office chair they sell. It was about $150. It's you know, a pleather coated. I'm starting to have an issue where the piston will lower slowly over time, but it's kind of a mild annoyance as opposed to, you know, wanting to get some new chair. Alright, that looks pretty good there, so we can work on what's going on with this guy. Alright, so checking the gauge. His posture is like he's complaining about his back aching. It's kind of I'm going for. He's like, ugh, kind of limping along. Yeah, doing pretty good on time for as much work as I've gotten done. And she'll be hanging out there, so let's strengthen some of this drawing a little bit. This thing is sitting on an angle, kind of up on the other part of it. I don't know. That's one of the problems with drawing these elaborate vehicles and then doing something like this accident, is that you got to keep track of how things are piled in your mind. Sometimes I wonder if I should have just taken the time and did some rough 3D models or something. So should be kind of there in the middle. Yeah, let's use some straight lines for once. And that is his cockpit up there. That's probably good enough of a drawing to start inking on. Just want to double check and see if I'm missing anything obvious from my last. Still gonna finish color in this one. Okay, so she is kind of hanging to the side. And there is a large rock there. That's in the foreground. Oop, sorry, wrong project. So that's probably over here somewhere. And then she's kind of noodling like that. This is off of the ground. And what else is going on back here? Kind of nondescript. That's good. So we can do some other things, like more rock. add some interest and frame this up a little better. And we'll have some more pieces of crud laying around. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, over on this train we need to continue. Oh yeah, I did have more drawing going on here. So, yeah, it is up on a rock and off the ground. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Pretty close. So yeah, I gotta do some coloring on this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll start coloring here and get that drawing done. That way tomorrow I can do some more inking for you guys and get close to getting this finished so we can do some story lettering and get this up online. Which would be nice. So yeah, this will be a bunch of filling and get that done. Get that one done too. Cool. Alright. So I think I'll finish this up by getting this control panel finished. At least then I can say I've got something done. Let's go to this. Ink that. That. And then make sure my stabilization is way high. And I need to turn on my ruler. Then I go to show in all layers, so no matter what layer I'm working on, I will get the benefit of the perspective tool. There we go, there's that. And then let's do the dials. I'm going to come in and do some notches. That looks pretty good. And then we got our bracket up here. Oops. Ruh-roh. Turn off my ruler and no. There, back up. There, that's better. know if... Yeah, well, I would never switch to 3D models. I try not to be dependent on, sometimes they're good for reference, especially with anatomy, but I don't know, I want a consistent product is the most important thing. With the vehicles, it's tough. And it would never be like a fully done 3D model. It'd just be like simple blocked out shapes, just so that the perspective is right. That would be as far as I would take it. Vehicles are definitely not my strong suit. Should have taken more transportation design classes. And then I don't even think I took one. I had plenty of friends that did it, so I tried to learn off of them as much as I could. Yeah, I get some sort of an idea that this lid is coming off here. And there's some corrosion, maybe. When is when is that day? Message me about later. I would absolutely love to come to your kid's school. All right. So that's a pretty convincing tech panel, and I'll have some fun coloring it and do some other stuff to make it look like it's all beat up old junk metal. And I'll come up with something interesting diagnostically, maybe a little more interesting than that little chart. Maybe it'll be like a whole health monitor or something. Cool. All right, well, we are at that time. It's 42 minutes into it, and yep, got a lot done. I'm much happier with this. I think this is a much better composition than what I had before, and I look forward to definitely coloring that. So I've got to move on to some other work. I'm in the middle of working on this panel here for the anthology. Finally out of drawing and into doing the coloring. Here's page 1. I've got to make some fake Facebook screens to put in here, and then trying to get that the impression that she's asleep. It's during the day though, so she's got all the lights knocked out, and then yeah, a little more sunlight coming in from the shade there. So these pages are coming along nicely, and hopefully I'll get this wrapped up soon, because I know they're itching to get to the publisher, get to the printer on this project. So I got to get back to that, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Bye. And of course, don't forget to share the Patreon, and Hey Melby at Hey Melby on Twitter and Facebook, Instagram, Dark Arts and Illustrations, and all that jazz. And I will see you all tomorrow.